Hi, this is to continue the practice exercise C we have cut last time. The first part was all about um, estimating the irrational numbers into the nearest tenths. It seems that it will take a longer period of time. That's why we cut it. And this is the continue. And now we are going to focus on the nearest hundreds. Okay. I'm going to share with you the same material we left last time. Notice that there would be computations already there, okay, present, because this is the material we did last time. So we already estimated numbers 1, 2, and 3 to the nearest tens. As number 1, 3.2, number 2 is 2.2, and number 3 is 1, negative 1.4. So let me place here, yeah, a separator so it will not mix with the rest of this computation. So let's proceed now to the nearest hundreds. So we are done with nearest tens or in one decimal place. Now on the nearest hundreds or in two decimal places. As to how, we will just follow what we did here. Wherein we pick first the range of two integers and then we look at where is it closer to and we pick the values on one decimal place closer to it. But now we are going to talk about the nearest integers or the range of integers. We're going to look at, for number 1, since it's between 3.1 and 3.2, we will use this as our range. So we have 3.1 and then 3.2. The value is actually closer to 3.2, right? As have that is actually the answer for the nearest tens. It's closer to 3.2. As for the nearest hundreds, we are talking about the values in two decimal places or rounded the rounded off value into two decimal places. In short, we are going to pick here the values in two decimal places closer to 3.2. And mind you, it's not 3.21 because 3.21 is somewhere here. The values are the values are 3.15, 3.16, 3.17, 3.18, and a 3.19. So these are now the possible values in two decimal places, closest to 3.2 than 3.1. Following the same method as we did in nearest tens, since it's square root, so the reverse is squaring. So we are going to multiply this to itself. Let me place parentheses to denote multiplication, or we are going to take the products. So let us start. You may use your calculators there. So we are going to take first the square of 3.15. So the answer is 9.9225. For 3.16, again, you may use your calculators there. No worries for me because it will actually make our solutions easier. Okay, the answer for next is 9.9856. Next is 3.17. 3.17 is 10, sorry, that's 10.0489. We may also use 3.18 if you want, but as you can see, it will also result to a number greater than 10. It is 10.1124. You may not continue with 3.19 because as you can see, our target is just 10 and 10 is already here. Okay, so where is it closer to? We have two different endpoints, here and here. Okay, so from just looking for the steps from 10.00 to 9.9856, you need 0.0145. 4. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I would really love to be corrected. And next, from 10.00 to the next, you need 0.0489. So simply pick the smaller value, which is actually 0.144, then 0.0489. In short, the value is closer to this area here. So we have determined that the nearest hundreds, wrong spelling, nearest hundreds, hundreds is the value of 3.16. So this is now the rounded off value for square root of 10 in two decimal places. As you can see, nearest 10 is 3.2. The answer is 3.16, which is very obvious to be closer to 3.2, closer to 3 than to 4. So duplicating the same process. So we are going to duplicate now our determinant the nearest hundreds for number 2. We already have 2.2 here, but basically for our range, this is actually in between 2.1 and 2.2 in the above mentioned above recorded solution. So it's actually 2.1 to 2.2, but the nearest tens is closer to 2.2. So we pick now the values of numbers here in two decimal places closest to 2.2, which are 2.15, 2.16, 2.17, 2.18, and 2.19. Okay, so these would be the trial values, and it will just be closer to this. Just the answer is just between these 5 items. What differs from number 2 to number 1 is the concept that in number 2 we are talking about cube root. So we are going now to cube these values. So again, it will take much effort. Okay, that's why I am now actually just simply allowing you to use calculators there. By the way, if we are meeting face to face, I'm not going to allow you use calculators, but rather I'm going to ask you to apply what you have learned in your elementary years, and that is the to multiply numbers and decimal notations. So let's try. Again, you may use calculators there, no problem with me. So we are going to find the product. Okay. So for 2.15, okay, we have here the answer. Okay, let me use that's already in red. So the answer is 9.938375. Okay, it's very long, expected, because we have three numbers with two decimal places. So our answer would be in six decimal places. That's again the concept in your elementary years. So for the next item, you have here the item 10.077,696. Sorry, let me write it better. 77696. Okay. Actually, class, if you have already grasped the concept of estimating, you don't actually need to solve for the remaining. As to why, again, the target is cube root of 10, and 10 is already in between these two, right? We would expect that as we go higher, the value will just be farther to 10. So again, it's just between the two of this. But where is it closer to? But where is it closer to? Okay, when we go from 10, again, our value here is 10. So the value is 10. Okay. As we go here to there, simply compute the difference. From 10 to this value, Let me write it here. You have here 0 0.06165. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. 5 plus 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay. From the second value, you need 0.0776696. By the way, 0.77. Yeah. So this is for 2.15 and it's put 2.16. So it's actually closer to, because it is smaller, so it's actually closer to 2.15. So the final answer in nearest, again, wrong spelling, nearest hundreds. The nearest hundreds for cube root of 10 is actually 2.15. Okay, 2.15. Okay, so we have only have our last item here. So probably this will be removed because it doesn't reach here. Let me place it here, just like your usual notebooks if you have at home. Yeah, like simply place boundaries. Now, again, it's closer to 1.4 for number 3, or negative 1.4 rather. But it's actually between the two numbers, negative 1.5 and negative 1.4. So arranging it properly, you have negative 1.5, negative 1.4, dividing into 2, but it's closer to negative 1.4. So the values to be used here are the following: negative 1.45, negative 1.44, negative 1.43, negative 1.42, and negative 1.41 before you reach negative 1.4. Next, we need to take its product. But since number 3 talks about cube root, number 3 here. So again, similar to number 2, we will have to multiply 3 times. And let me again place here parenthesis so that we could actually just show that this talks about product. So again, here comes the gruesome process, right? But it will actually, uh, again, pick only which could be closer. Okay? You don't need to answer the all. So let us try. So you have negative 1.45 times negative 1.45 times negative 1.45. The answer is 3.048. Again, we are multiplying three numbers with two decimal places. So we expect that our answer will have 6 decimal places. By the way, that's negative. Negative 3.0486625. Next is for negative 1.44. Okay. Again, you may use your calculators. I'm still encouraging you to use calculator, no need to worry. So you have negative 2.985984. Okay. Again, if you have grasped the concept of estimating, no need to gather the result for this because negative 3 is just between the results of the first two numbers. Okay. Because the negative 3 can be seen here. So again, let's determine where is it closer to. From here to there, you need 0.0. Again, do not be confused with the negative signs. We're just talking about the steps. So 0.048625. At the bottom, you need to have 0.0140016. You may correct me if I'm wrong again. 64, that's 10, 188, 10, 19, that's 10, 154, 10, that's 1. Okay. So where is it closer to right now? Okay. And okay. So it actually has, it's actually closer to this value. So the final answer, say it's closer to the bottom. So we pick the bottom value. So its nearest hundreds is the value of negative 1.44. Okay. As to how do we know if our answers are correct? Okay. So we could just simply use calculators. We could just simply take the values of it in calculators. Yes, you're true with that. You're correct with that. No problem with that. Okay. You could just simply take the values in using calculators. Okay. But of course, if you will be asked later on not to use calculators, it would be very nice if you are going to, if you know how to solve it. But to again check, let me remind you that the answer for number one, I'm just going to check number one, okay? Number one is 3.16 and 3.2, all right? The nearest tens is 3.2, the nearest hundreds is 3.16. I'm going to stop sharing this. We're going to jump, okay? We're going to jump to the window of a calculator I am using right now. So, calculator. Or is it this one? Okay. So we are asked to take the value of 3 point, square root of 10. And the answer earlier was it's closer to the tens 3.2 and the hundreds 3.16. So let us try. I have here 10. Okay. This is the square root here. I'll pick the square root. As you can see, the value of square root of 10 is 3.162277. As you can see, none of it repeats a pattern. It doesn't end here. If we're going to look at, if we're going to talk about irrational numbers, so round it off into one decimal place. The nearest value is 3. Round it off into one. Round it off in an integer. The value is a 3. Round it off in nearest tens, that's 3.2. And round it off to the nearest hundreds, the 3.16. Okay, so you may check using that one. Okay, so again, you may use this video as part of your learning, and the I just like to put an emphasis. Mathematics is a subject that needs patience and step-by-step processes. No need to rush, because if you will rush, there comes problems later on as to probably some errors in the computation, and some of you might be what they call that, uh, not necessarily annoyed, but that will be part of your feeling that will be experienced later on, that you don't want to do it anymore. Again, you don't need to rush things up. Do it step by step. This is for practice exercise C. On the next video, we will try to operate rational and irrational. We will use the concepts learned this video. Goodbye.